to yet another beautiful episode of Ada's Diaries. If you're a new joiner or you're seeing my face for the first time, my name is Ada Adetunji. On today's episode, I want to be sharing with you some tips on how to cope with loneliness. So if you're a military wife, be you a newbie or an oldie, or you're a civilian who's been dealing with stuff, or you're someone on here who is interested to learn all of these things and share with someone out there, then you have to stay tuned while a girl goes, and she'll be right back. So guys, a girl is back and it's time to dive right into it. Okay, so loneliness in the military world, I would say, is quite different from the civilian world. A little different from the civilian world because here, it is not by choice that Oga is far away from you. Duty called and guy man had to obey. I mean, when military happens, it has happened, and that is the last order. Okay, and here the feeling is kind of mixed. You're dealing with anxiety, you're dealing with the fear of the unknown, you're dealing with frustration, staying with the children alone, you're dealing with depressions here and there. So the tips I'm about to share with you today are actually things that have kept me going in my 11 years of being a military wife. So I'm also not sincerely saying that these tips are going to apply to you or you're going to adopt all of them, but you're going to wash through and adopt the one that you feel applies to you the most. And guys, the last tip, the number 8 of these tips is something that I just started doing. And it's been keeping me safe, sane all the while. So you might want to wash through and pick that up too. So if you're ready, guys, I am ready. You know what to do. Drag your book, get your pen. If you don't have a popcorn, don't worry, just get you ready for the next episode that promises to be really, really exciting. And let's start, guys. Let's start. So tip number 1 is get busy and stay busy. There's this popular saying that an idle mind is a devil's workshop. Is when the mind is idle or when the body is idle that a lot of feelings start creeping in, a lot of ideas start creeping in. So in order to cut short those feelings, you need to distract your mind from wandering. So the question here is, how do I get busy? Okay, so I'm going to share a couple of guides on how to stay busy. Number 1, you can go back to school. Whether you've been to school before or not does not really matter. Keep going to school, keep acquiring degrees, keep acquiring certificates, keep acquiring certificates. Technology has already made it easy for you. So if you want to do this as your side, by the side you might want to adopt the online courses. But if you're doing this trade up, you're not working and all of that, you might want to do the physical class. And this is it. Remember, the scope of this video is to get busy and get your mind and body working. So if you do online course and you don't have a work or something, you're doing it straight up, you might get distracted here and there. But you need to be out there, mix up with people, share opinions with people, whether in the civil world or in the military world. Get to mix with people, and it helps you a lot. Okay, another thing you can do to keep yourself busy is by setting up businesses. You might want to start up something. You might just look out for things you are good at, look out for things you have passion to do, and set up a business here and there. If you're someone that is business inclined but you don't even know how to start, you might want to start as an apprentice. Yes, so you go learn some trade. So if you know the line of business you want to venture into, you might go and learn the nitty-gritties on how to run such a business. Yeah, okay. So if you're a movie lover, the first year of my marriage I was watching season 24 like every other day, Jabbar. Yeah, it kept me going. So if you're a movie lover, you might want to see a couple of movies, a couple of series, seasonal movies that will keep you going. This is also dicey, guys. Don't go and watch all these movies that will trigger your emotions, Bollywood and all of that. I'm not saying that there are Bollywood movies that you cannot see and that, but they have a way. There are some movies that you might want to stay away from, in as much as so that they don't trigger your emotions. Yeah, okay. So if you're also a lover of books, you might want to start reading books. Read books, guys. Read books. Read as much as possible. It has a way of adding more knowledge to you. It has a way of opening your mind to a couple of things that are happening on there. There are ebooks and there are physical ones you can buy. I mean, there's something my boss did for me that he didn't even know. He's a lover of books and he keeps reading. You know, when I get back from work and the children overwhelm me and all of that, he gives up books. There are sometimes we start reading in the office, and when I get home I might want to continue with a page or two, and just like that. So you might want to send a DM at Adawell Trends, or you might want to send in a comment section if you're interested to read books, so I can help you. All right. Okay, so guys, another thing you might want to start doing to stay busy is to learn skills. You want to look out for those things you have passion for and start doing it. Okay, so I went to a tailoring school, although I did not finish, but I can couple up something decent for myself. So if you're a lover of fashion, you might want to go to a tailoring school to acquire the skill. If you are a lover of food, or you love cooking, you might want to go to a catering school. If you love your making hair or something, you might want to go learn all of those things. So that is another way, you know, to keep busy. And guys, stay busy. The aim is get busy, stay busy, so that you'll be distracted from all of those feelings. Yeah. Okay, so moving on to the next tip number 2 is do not bottle up your emotions. I mean, you're a human. Even if you're a superhero, when it is time and that emotion sets in, babe, cry, let it all out. Me, my room is my comfort zone. So when the feeling sets in, I enter my room and I let it out. I cry. I'm a cry baby. In as much as a lot of people see me outside and I come across to them as a strong woman and all of that, I'm a human being, and sometimes the feeling is overwhelming and you see me cry. So what happens when you let it out is you feel a lot better and you carry on with your normal life. You know, you cry till nobody will tell you to stop crying. There's this bell that will start ringing in your ear. Maybe it's a spirit that will tell you, oh yeah, it's okay, remain the one for next month. Because it doesn't just end. This feeling doesn't stop. It just gets a way to deal. Yeah. So do not bottle up your emotions. Let it all out and all of that, and you'll be fine. Tip number 3, stay strong. I know the same person that is telling me to let out the feeling is telling me to stay strong. Babes, that is the way to go. You will stay strong for your children, you will stay strong for yourself, you stay strong for your family, your husband. You know what happens when you let the feelings take the whole of you? You know, you begin to transfer aggressions to people. You come across to people as sadists, as that lady that is always sad, you are never happy. That will rub off on you and you might become sick and all of that. So you want to stay strong, you want to stay strong for yourself and to pull all these things together. Yeah. Another tip 4 is learn some stress management techniques. Okay, so I promised to share an episode about stress management and how to cope and all of that. So that would be a beautiful episode, I must say. So you know, I've told you to look for side hustles, look for how to get busy. What happens when you don't know how to balance up with all of that? You burn out. The idea here is not to burn out. The idea is to get busy and stay sane. So you look for techniques that will get you balance off with this work, balance off with businesses, balance off with taking care of your family and yourself. So you create a work-life balance, you create a business-life balance and all of that. So learn techniques that will give you and get you going. Yeah. Tip number 5, you need to make friends with people that share the same situation as you. Yes, so it's not as if the civilian friends you have are not enough, but I'm saying it takes someone that wears the same kind of shoe and someone that feels the same kind of pain or have been in that situation before to know exactly how you feel. Okay, so in my first and second year of marriage, I know I kind of told someone that I was missing my husband or something, and the person was like, is it Angolita? Is it that you cannot stay alone without sexual intercourse? And I was like, this feeling is not about how you cope or how you deal with sexual urges. This is how you stay sane, especially when the feeling overwhelms you. So I also found out that a couple of my civilian friends do not really understand the extent to which you have to deal or cope with being lonely. I mean, in this year alone, The year is almost running out, 2021. I've not stayed with my husband, put all together the days we've stayed together this year. It's not even up to 20 days. And this applies to yesteryears. Same thing for 2020. I'm not even sure we stayed up to 10 days. In 2019, it's still like that and all of that. You understand what I'm saying? So your civilian friend might not really understand the angle you're coming. You're also be in the northeast and you're dealing with the uncertainty of death. You don't know if you're going to see this person again. You're dealing with the trauma and all of that. So they might not really understand where you're going. But if you have a couple of friends that share the same situations as you do, trust me, sis, they're going to understand exactly what you're talking about. And they will comfort you when you share those feelings with them. But this is also really dicey because this has to do with making friends. You need to make friends that inspire you, keep you motivated, share the same purpose and value as you do, or else you see some other negative things rubbing off on you and influencing you negatively. That you don't want. So you want to stay with people that share same situations with you or as you do, and then are also sensible enough. You understand what I mean? Okay, so you also, another tip is for you to open your mind, be flexible enough to accommodate mentorship. Yeah, so you have people also in the military world who have experienced what you're experiencing now, who have passed through what you're passing through now. You might want to, undergo mentorship with them. Let them teach you how they were able to cope. Let them teach you the act of mastering all of these techniques. You understand? It also applies to how you're making friends. Make sure that the person you are calling a mentor has sense, so she doesn't misguide you or misdirect you into doing the wrong things. Guys, I don't know if I'm making sense. If I'm making sense and you've not given me a thumbs up, you are doing the wrong thing. Okay, so this is the time to give me a thumbs up. Thumbs up actually encourages me to start looking for content to create and to keep us going. And if you think I'm also not doing the right thing or I'm not sharing it the right way, give me a thumbs down. Thumbs down will also help me to try to improve, to get better. React to this video, guys. And if you're here and you're yet to subscribe to this video, this is the time to subscribe to my channel and also click on the notification button because the next episode promises to be really, really exciting. So another tip, the next tip here is stay healthy. Guys, babes, rather, make it a routine to go for medical checks. Go for screening. Your mental health, your physical health, your well-being is of utmost priority. I mean, if anything happens to you, someone must take care of the children. Whether Oga is going to marry a new wife or there's someone that will be brought in to take care of the children. Either ways, someone will take care of the children, because they won't say because something happened to my wife I'm leaving the military or whatever. No. So take care of yourself. I'm not saying that we are going to live 1,000 years or we're not going to die or we're in control of when to die and when not to die. No, I am just saying be in control of what you eat, be in control of exercising, go for routine checkups here and there, stay healthy. Do not take your life, do not take your health for granted. If you feel sick, don't say because nobody will stay with my children, you want to, remain here and start pampering your health. There is no duplicate to life. Hope you guys know that already. So your health comes first as number one. You need to stay healthy. You need to stay strong for these children. The next tip number 7 is focus on things you have control over. You're in control of how you take care of yourself. I know sometimes you might want to get overwhelmed by the fact that Oga is not around and who am I wearing this clothes for? Who am I making up for? You're doing all these things so that you stay sane. You're making up for yourself. You're in control of your happiness. You're in control of how you treat others. You're in control of how you carry up your emotions. And then, guys, the last but not the least, you're in control of the boundaries you set for friendships. So if you're here and there's what communication does, Abby, because you are not in constant communication with your husband and you see some other guy, maybe a classmate or a friend or whoever that comes up suddenly and wants to start chatting with you, you might think it's love. Learn to set boundary with some people and call it off when you think you cannot control the emotions that are setting in. It is not love, or it is distraction. We easily get distracted because we We are human beings, we're women, we're wives, and we need to be pampered and be taken care of. So if you see all of those people trying to buy you things, admirers, crushes here and there, trying to distract you, babe, if you know you cannot control those feelings anymore, run, japa, so it doesn't affect your marriage. Then the last one is a tip I just adopted, guys. Tip number 8 is something I've started doing just some few years ago, and it's been keeping me sane. Learn to trust your partner. Whether the past was beautiful, whether the past was ugly, whether the past has some roller coasters, learn to let go, learn to forgive and trust your partner. I mean, if you trust him well enough, you sleep well at night. When the feelings of who knows what he's doing, who knows if another, just tell yourself he cannot do it. Whether he can do it or he cannot do it is for your soul, body and spirit to be together, guys. Okay guys, I've shared a couple of tips on here, and I'm sure 1 or 2 persons would have benefited from those tips and are going to adopt the tips on how to cope with loneliness. And guys, this is me giving a shout out to new joiners. Thanks for staying tuned, and feel free to subscribe to this channel. And to my oldies, guys, this is how much I still love you guys. Thank you so much for staying on here with me. Until our next episode that promises to be really, really